So welcome to this Energetic NLP Energy Spa session, where we're going to do real transformative work in just a few minutes here. Today, for this session, what we're working on is that you really deeply understanding that you're important and significant so that you're kind to yourself, so that you take good, loving care of yourself. Take good, loving care of yourself. So in this session, we will clear blocks to feeling significant, acknowledging yourself, being kind to yourself, and taking good and loving care of yourself. In the session, you'll connect your inner wisdom and spirit to your body's intelligence, your conscious mind, and your unconscious mind, so that you're automatically guided and supported in taking better care of yourself. In Energetic NLP, we say that if you change your energy, you change your life. And we use the power of your unconscious mind and spiritual nature to awaken your inner magic. I'm Mark Giser. I'm the creator of Energetic NLP, and I lead workshops online, in person, on Facebook. I do webinars and workshops and training programs in the US and in Europe and in other countries. So what is Energetic NLP? It's a unique blend of some of the best of neuro-linguistic programming, usually known as NLP. And that's a very logical, very powerful system for making deep personal transformation. And I've been an NLP trainer since 1985, and I studied with all the developers of NLP. And Energetic NLP, though, NLP is just a part of it, because we add in spiritual principles, transformative energy work, energetic and spiritual healing, and intuition development. Our goals in Energetic NLP include that you're guided and supported by your inner human wisdom and by your spirit, so that you live a more and more miraculous life. So that's the goal of all this work, that you're ever enhancing your ability to live a miraculous life. The process that we'll be doing this session will be powerful, they'll be safe, compassionate, validating, easy, and fun. You'll energetically eliminate unconscious blocks in programming and replace them with your inner wisdom and spiritual information. And at the end, I'll tell you how you can work more closely with me to reach more of your full potential to lead a miraculous life. Never watch or just listen to any Energetic NLP session while you're driving. Whether you believe in energy work or not, the energies will be recreated as you listen to the recording. If you pretend they're happening right now while you're listening, the energies will be recreated for you. And the energies are designed to get you to go inward, to go into a bit of an altered state, not how you want to be when you're driving. You know, they're designed to get you inwardly focused, so it's easy to dissolve old blocks and limitations in programming. When you're driving, you want to be externally focused. So if you're driving, turn this off. And I'll encourage you to sign up on my website, which is www.enlp7.com. So ENLP for Energetic NLP, lucky number 7.com. And then you'll hear about all of the different kinds of sessions I'm doing both online and in person. I'd like to introduce a term that some of you will know, some of you won't. It's a real word, it's in the dictionary, and it's grok, or grokking is another form of it. To grok something is to not just intellectually understand something. I mean, we all intellectually understand tons of stuff. I mean, how often in your life do you completely understand something? You're not applying it to your life, you're not doing it, but you understand it, you know it's a good idea, you know you should do it, but you don't own it. You believe it, but you don't own it in your body, in your cells, in your DNA. And to grok something means to become one with it, to completely own it, not just intellectually understanding it. And let me go back to that. So the goal today is that you grok being kind to yourself, that you grok taking loving and wonderful care of yourself, that it becomes automatic for you to do that. Years ago, I used to demand that my body perform like it was a machine. And it didn't matter if I was tired or stressed. It didn't matter if I wasn't taking care of myself or if I'd stayed up really late. It was like, okay, body, do as I tell you, perform, demand. And if my body didn't meet my standards, I would be mad at it. Then one day I had this huge realization. Oh my God, I bully my body. I mean, it was like I heard my internal dialogue, and I realized, oh my God, if anybody, I would never talk to anybody like that. I would never let anybody treat me that way. I'm being a bully to my own body and a bully to my mind, and did it to my emotional states too. I don't like this emotion, change. I don't like these thoughts, change. Now, obviously, in an urgent situation, you want your body to perform, but you don't want it as a way of life. And in an urgent situation, you may need to suppress your emotions and just deal with the situation, but you don't want to be doing that 24/7. In an urgent situation, you might need to just change your thoughts, but just in this bullying kind of way. But again, not how you always want to be with yourself. So today, we're going to clear blocks to being kind to yourself and open up your ability to value, love, and take good care of yourself. So open up your ability to value, love, and take good care of yourself. So what are some of the things that block us? One is something, and this is a unique concept to energetic NLP, is a lack of whole being permission. In whole being permission, the first component of it is there's a lack of alignment between your spirit, your soul, your unconscious mind, your conscious mind, and your body. Now, some of you may be going, what's the difference between my spirit and my soul? And a really important thing to know, and we don't have time in this short session to go into depth on these. So just let it be inside of you, let it simmer. Your spirit knows the difference. So when your spirit, your soul, your unconscious mind, your conscious mind, and body aren't aligned, you can visualize what you want, all you want, and there's a good chance you'll never manifest it. Or if you manifest it, it will fall apart because your spirit may want one thing, your soul may want another, your unconscious mind might want a couple of things, your conscious mind might want a couple of things, and your body might want something else. So whole being permission, when all of that lines up, and it lines up with your karma, so your karma will allow you to manifest your heart's desires and your goals, and will allow you to manifest what you're truly trying to achieve in life. And the last component of it is what are called spiritual contracts. Again, these are all big conversations, but the short version of it, spiritual contracts are agreements that your spirit, your soul, or your conscious mind, your unconscious mind have made with other people, institutions, and groups. I mean, with religions, with nationalities, with ethnic groups, with your families. There's all kinds of family spiritual contracts. And all of these contracts do what any contract does, is they limit us. It doesn't make them good, bad, or wrong, but the kind of people that would be participating in this session, you're the kind of people you want your authentic spirituality. You're growing and evolving in life, and you can't operate out of old programming, old karma, and old spiritual contracts. And working with your karma and spiritual contracts is outside of what we can do today, but we can do a lot on working with the energetic programming that blocks you and the unconscious programming that blocks you. In the longer programs, like the ones listed here, Discover Your Miraculous Self, Offering Your Gifts to the World, Experiencing Deep Self-Love, and my favorite, the M Club, these are all programs where we go into depth in all of these things. But the good news is, even in this short session, you can clear and heal some of the energetic, familial, ancestral, and unconscious programming that blocks you from being kind to yourself. And there's a ton of it. There is a ton of it. And the other good news is this is being recorded. So it will be on this, on the Energetic NLP Facebook Live page, at least for a while. And it will be on YouTube, at least for a while. And so you'll have an opportunity to go through it again. So you don't have to do it all at once. You want to relax about that. The key to your spiritual journey is your inner wisdom and your spirit working together, what we call your miraculous self. From when your vast spirit and your human inner wisdom are working together, when they're aligned, we call that your miraculous self. And the goal is to be guided, nurtured, and healed by your miraculous self. And there's a lot involved in doing it. But for right now, you can accomplish a lot just by consciously going, I want to have a miraculous self, and I'm giving 100% permission to have that happen right now. Now, your miraculous self is something that kind of sort of exists. It's not like your high self, which just exists. Your miraculous self, it sort of is there, but for most people, it's like a muscle they've never used. So it's weak, flabby, has no strength. By giving a strong intention that you're right now creating a stronger miraculous self, and you're giving 100% permission for that to happen now, it will start happening. So if that appeals to you right now, go, I'm intending to have a strong miraculous self, and I'm giving 100% permission for that to happen right now, period. It doesn't matter if resistance comes up. Just notice it, be mindful of it, but just go, I'm giving permission. That's it. And notice I'm not going, I'm giving permission. You just have to go, I'm giving permission. Done. That's it. And any resistance comes up, that's fine. Don't fight it, don't feed it, notice it, and then leave it alone. And then in energetic NLP, you always put your miraculous self in charge of what happens during the process. So my job will be to get the energy flowing. And one of the things that I'm a master of is remote energy work. And by the way, that's something anybody can learn to do, and it's something I teach people in my programs to do. Remote energy work is not this mysterious thing. People have known forever that they could pray for somebody at a distance. Well, that prayer is a type of remote energy work, and you can make it much stronger than that. And so my job will be get the energy flowing wherever you are, whether you're listening to it when I'm first broadcasting this, whether you're listening to it as a recording. And if you're listening to it as a recording, just pretend it's live right now, and you'll re-access the energies, because the energies are working outside of linear time and space. Again, that's a whole other topic of discussion, but just entertain that idea for now if it's not one you already have. But give your miraculous self, 100% permission to be in charge of the process, which we're about to start. So allow your miraculous self to guide, nurture, and help your conscious mind, unconscious mind, and your body intelligence to automatically be kinder and more loving to yourself. And your body has its own intelligence, and sometimes it gets thrown off by our conscious mind, our programming, our unconscious mind, and sometimes it just is sort of thrown off. So in this session, we're going to be clearing blocks to your conscious mind being kinder and more loving to yourself, your unconscious mind being kinder and more loving to yourself. And by the way, your conscious mind being kinder and loving to your unconscious mind and your body. And your body intelligence getting more strongly wired in to automatically be kinder and more loving to yourself on a physical level. So just to kind of prime the pump, some of the kind of programming that's really common for people is that I must take care of others. And if I'm not taking care of others, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, or I can't take care of myself until I've taken care of others. And if you have a baby, that's absolutely true, or toddlers. It's just not true all the time. And that kind of programming can fire off for a lot of us all the time. Programming that you're not worthy or lovable or good enough, so you can't justify taking care of yourself, or you haven't been perfect, you haven't done enough, or you're not important, or at least not as important as other people. And that you only have value when you're taking care of others, doing it right, being successful. All of these things are reasons that we're mean to ourselves and bully ourselves. So for right now, relax, put your miraculous self in charge, and enjoy the energies. Reaffirm your intention is that right now, we're going to clear some of the programming, energetic and unconscious, ancestral programming, familial programming, societal programming, childhood programming. Any programming, could be past life programming, that causes you to be mean to yourself, to be unkind to yourself, to bully yourself. So we're going to be clearing that And as soon as it's cleared, your miraculous self is going to replace it with your spiritual information, wisdom, knowledge, talents, and abilities about how to be loving and take care of yourself. It's going to replace it with your inner wisdom, which is human. So again, as soon as the programming is released, your miraculous self will replace it with wisdom, with knowledge, with techniques, with abilities and talents from your spirit and from your inner wisdom. And now this is the really, really hard part. Again, relax and put your miraculous self charge and then just enjoy the energies. There's nothing that you need to do right now. And if you're thinking profound thoughts, great. If you're thinking mundane or stupid thoughts, it's also fine as long as you don't fuss about it. Just let yourself have whatever experience you're having. If you feel the energies that are starting to really flow now, that's great. If you don't feel them, it's also great. None of that matters as long as you let go of your judgments and expectations of yourself, which is part of how we can be unkind to ourselves, and just let it flow, and you'll see what happens later. And remember, it's a recording. You can listen to it again. You can do this again. Okay. So relax. You may want to close your eyes and just let it flow. And if you keep your eyes open, you can enjoy the picture. Easy deep breaths. And I know some of you like a little more structure. So some of the energy is working on your crown energy center, your seventh, which is on top of your head and goes above your head. There's a lot of programming on top of your head and in your scalp. So some of that programming is being released now. And again, your miraculous self is deciding what programming to be released. So you don't need to analyze it, figure it out, understand it. In fact, the more you try to consciously control this, the less you'll get out of the experience. Easy deep breaths. If you've joined us late, just relax. Let your inner wisdom and spirit take charge, because they know what I'm up to, what we're up to, I should say. Some of that programming is in and around your heart energy center, in the center of your chest. Some of it's in your solar plexus. Some of it's in your out-of-body energy centers. So there's a lot of energy centers or chakras above your head. A lot of people just know about the crown. We're going up at least 9 feet, 3 meters for people. It can't even be more. You have a number of other chakras there, or energy centers. that have a huge effect on your life. So the energy is working with them and clearing programming and past life influences and old emotions throughout your entire body and energy field. And your miraculous self knows where to work. I'm just saying things occasionally to keep your conscious mind happy. If your conscious mind is just enjoying being spaced out, that's even better. And the energy is working with your solar plexus area, below your sternum where the rib cage begins to divide. In the base of your spine energy centers, the ones below your navel, above your navel. The ones in your hips and knees and thighs and calves and ankles, feet, toes, soles of your feet. Take a couple easy deep breaths. And there's out of body chakras, energy centers below your feet. Let the energy work with them and all the layers of your energy field, your aura, your energy channels. Let it work with your body intelligence and wisdom. And even reset your DNA for being kind to yourself and taking loving care of yourself. Easy deep breaths. Remember, no effort. It's just your intention that this is happening, and you're giving 100% permission for it to happen. For you being kind to yourself and taking better, loving care of yourself, and doing it more and more automatically. Okay, a couple easy deep breaths. We're going to let that start to wind down. We're going to bring in energies now, because when this session is over, you're still going to be processing this for days, if not weeks. So let's bring in energy now that will help you process and integrate this. Again, under the guidance of your miraculous self, your inner wisdom and spirit. So we're bringing in energies to help you process and integrate this and do it more fluidly, more enjoyably. And something we've learned to do in energetic NLP is when you significantly change your energy, it can throw other people off, even pets. It's like your energy is different. And even if they think it's better, and they're not usually consciously thinking it, but even if on the inner level they're thinking it's better, it's just, okay, you're different. Particularly people that are close to you or people that work with you. Pets sometimes can avoid people for a while or act a little funny around them. And the way around that is if you were changing your email address, you send out this broadcast email and just tells everybody, hi, I'm not at that old email address. I'm at this new one. You want to connect with me? That's where you find me. You're not going, is it okay? And do I have your permission? You're just going, I'm not at that address anymore. This is how you can find me. So give your miraculous self permission now to send out spiritual emails to everybody in your life, informing them of your new energy, of how you're running your energy now. Include your pets and your plants, even where you live. Your miraculous self can include people that your spirits have decided that you're going to meet, but you haven't met yet. And just imagine, pretend they're going off. And then a couple other things, it's just going to take a couple of minutes, are super important. Well, this isn't the super important one, but it'd be a great, well, I'll mention that later. The first thing you want to do is ask your unconscious mind and your miraculous self to make sure that after this session, if you're doing anything that requires alertness or safety, particularly something like driving, but anything that requires alertness and safety, just tell your unconscious mind and miraculous self to make sure you're grounded, safe, and alert. Grounded, safe, and alert. Grounded, safe, and alert. And then tonight and for the next 4 nights, a portion of the time when you're sleeping, not all night, just a portion of the time when you're sleeping, your miraculous self and your unconscious mind will review what you did in the session. And it will be infused with your inner wisdom. It'll be infused with wisdom, knowledge, skills, and abilities, and guidance from your spirit. It will be made richer and deeper. It'll be made wider and higher. It'll be made more multidimensional. And most importantly, it will be automatically integrated into your life. So while you sleep soundly, deeply, and wake up feeling refreshed, it will be being automatically integrated into your life, that you're kinder and more loving to yourself. And that'll happen easily and naturally while you sleep soundly and deeply. The next thing that's important is we formed a group energy space while we're working together, which is wonderful, but now it's time to dissolve it. So ask your miraculous self to dissolve our energetic connections, and ask your miraculous self to pull your energy and programming out of my space and everybody else's space who's participating or does in the future. So your miraculous self is going to pull your energy back. And if some of that energy isn't really your energy, because we have a lot of energy. I mean, you have a ton of energy in your energy field that's not yours. Some of it's useful, a lot of it's not. If some of that energy isn't really yours either, boom, your miraculous self sends it into the earth and the earth recycles it. But your authentic energy is brought back into your body and energy field. And we shove some of our authentic energy out of our bodies and energy fields because we get full of other people's energies and groups' energies. So there's space in your energy field now, and ask your miraculous self to fill that space with your authentic essence, to fill it with your authentic essence, and to fill it with earth and universal energies that will support you in being kinder to yourself. And you don't need to know how to do this. Your miraculous self does. Just allow it to happen. And don't try to monitor it. Just pretend it's happening. And give the earth permission to ground you and to ground only your authentic energy into your body. Ground you right now, and to automatically ground you if you're doing anything that requires safety or alertness. Most of the time you want to be grounded. And go ahead and stomp your feet, pat your body. That'll help you get more grounded. What can also help is if you look around and notice fine distinctions. Like if you're looking at something that's all one color, almost nothing is actually all one color. Like look at little variations and shadings. Just look at visual details. Like I'm looking at my bookcase and I can see titles of books and I can read some of them. Notice what you're hearing. So often the distance, I can hear a truck doing this backup signal. I don't think you guys can hear it, hopefully, but I can hear it. And I'm noticing what it feels like to be sitting in this chair, what my hands feel like on the arms of the chair, and what it feels like to touch my fingers together. All of this will ground you. And then I do have a favor to ask. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, so if you're watching it on YouTube, please like it and comment it, because both Facebook and YouTube, if they see people comment on things, that's their thing they love the most. If you comment on something, they go, oh, people are interacting with this, it must be worthwhile. And then they'll show it to more people just naturally. They'll look for people they think are like you and they'll show it to them. So if you think this was valuable, if you make some comments, they will like it. If you're, or a thumbs up on YouTube is also good. So doing both would be fantastic. And on Facebook, if you do, hearts or wows or anything like that, they love that. And definitely make a comment. The other thing is this will be on the Energetic NLP Facebook page. All you have to do is to look up Energetic NLP on Facebook and you'll come to this page. If you click on where it says videos, you'll see all the videos. And I will start taking some of the videos down in the future, but right now there's a whole lot of them that you can watch or just listen to. And it'd be great if in a few days you watch this one again. It'll make it much stronger. I mean, it could be more than a few days, but give it a few days. And if you want, when you watch it again, if you click to do a watch party, again, more people will see it. And it's a way, it's a thank you to me, because I want more people to see it, because my mission is to help as many people as I can. And it's a benefit to the people that, that watch it with you. If it's not their cup of tea, they'll turn it off pretty quickly. People do on Facebook. And I just am honored and thrilled for those of you that were part of this, either during the initial session or on the recording. And I really want to encourage you to be kinder to yourself, to take loving care of yourself, to take good care of yourself. And that includes, I didn't mention this before, but that includes active things like, eating well, not all the time, but generally eating well, getting good rest, getting enough sleep, getting exercise, stretching, all those kind of things. It also includes being good at being. Just being able to just be and not have to do anything productive, whether that's reading a romantic novel or watching TV or just sitting and looking or lying on your bed and not sleeping. Part of taking good care of ourselves is having that ability to just be and to realize I don't always have to be doing anything productive. And of course, just being is productive, but don't tell your unconscious mind. So thank you for being part of this. And I do these calls every Thursday on Facebook. I do these sessions, and I hope you'll let other people know about it, and I hope you'll join us. So thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. So bye, everyone.